the path that I'm taking, or that I'm finding myself on, is more trying to get more into, not trying, let's just delete that word, focusing more on the medical intuitive part, and being able to do readings over the internet or in person, or not even having the cards, just being able to fine tune that radio stations in my head for spirit.
You talk about being a medical intuitive, and I know myself, I get medical stuff coming up frequently. I also work missing persons and homicides through the findmegroup.org down in Arizona. So that kind of all plays a part, that kind of thing. How accurate have you been in the past when it has come to the medical things? And does that scare you a bit that you may be wrong?
That I may be wrong? I'm not too concerned about the wrongs. Sometimes it's the rights that are a little more, like sometimes the accuracy can be not scary, but a little intimidating.
Daunting. I find it daunting.
It's, I know something about somebody who doesn't want anything to be known. Like I was working at an RV dealership and a gentleman was beside me, and I'm like, I could smell something. And I didn't realize what it was. I had smelt it before. So I had asked him what it was, and it was stage 4 cancer. So when somebody has stage 4 cancer and I'm in close proximity, I have that signal that says, uh-oh.
So what would that smell be for you? Because I know for me, when I see cancer, I'll often see it as heat coming from a particular location, which of course can also mean infection. But cancer shows to me a lot of times as a heat signature. So for you, what was the smell for you? Can you describe it?
The smell of stage 4 cancer that I've smelled in the past has been, I want to say, very acidic rot.
Interesting.
Like it's very acidic, but it smells like decay and rot. So I don't know how else to describe it. I just know when I smell that, then I'm around somebody.
Now, if you've ever been around, like perhaps you've been in a walk in a forest and an animal has died on the forest floor, you can absolutely smell them sometimes from miles away. Is it anything like that?
No. Oh. I've been around decaying bodies before. I've been around death, and it's not anything. It's a completely different smell that I smell with that.
I forever understand what you're talking about, because smell and taste are some of my least favorite ways of getting messages, quite honestly, because I'm super sensitive. And when it comes to things like diabetes, I smell sweet. And then they'll oftentimes show me like the kidney, that kind of thing. So I understand where it goes. I don't envy you on that. I'd much rather have the heat signature coming from cancer than the smell any day. But, how we receive our messages and how that changes and evolves over the time, I think requires us to be consistently open to the fact that it can evolve. And I've met readers who they believe they've come this far and then they're finished. So for instance, if they got that smell like you did, so for me, the smell is sweet for diabetes, they would only know how to talk to people about diabetes based on the sweet smell. But there's so much more. For me, I'll be led perhaps to issues with feet, because a lot of times diabetics can have a problem with their feet. I'll be, headed over to the kidney, that kind of thing, or the eyes, because a lot of diabetics have problems with their eyes. And through all of that, and then eventually the sweetness comes up, I understand that it's diabetes, and I've actually helped people understand that they have diabetes when they didn't even know they had it. That kind of thing, right? And so I've always been open to the evolution of that, however that information comes through, to always forever remain curious. What would you say